Hey Shay, my name is Marianne, and I'm going to try to keep this short. So I've got some notes. If you see me looking down, that's what that's for. I have not been vlogging forever, and I will tell you why. I did not have the energy to do so because I had a job. Had being past tense because I lost it due to a medical condition, which I have. And so that's what I want to tell you about today. I have a really rare sleep disorder. It is called idiopathic, meaning they don't know why, and hypersomnia, meaning you sleep a lot. And I've had this my whole life, and it's really misunderstood. People, if they don't see something and they don't know people with it, or they've never had something, it's very hard to understand, and I get that. So I've had it my whole life, and it's affected me in a lot of ways. Socially, it is hard to commit to things because you don't know if you will have enough energy, and you don't want to back out on plans, and you don't want to have to think about the consequences of if I do this, then I can't do that, or I'll be sick and I can't do these other things. So I don't feel like I'm introverted, but it has made me so. So that affects me with relationships, you know, dating or anything. It's like I can't have the energy to constantly do things, and so as such, I am single now, and it's hard, and I've juggled it with relationships, but it has really affected me. It's affected me with success, goals, everything in life, because I have to choose and prioritize what things I can do when, which means I can't do everything I would love to be able to do all the time. And if I had a cure or a fix, I would be unstoppable. And so, yes, when I said past tense work, I lost my job in January, and I lost it because of this stupid condition that just frustrates me beyond belief, and also because some people aren't the nicest, and I can't change or fix them. But what I want to do is talk about the good things first. The good news is Emory University has some amazing dedicated doctors, and they are trying to find a cure, and they've found some good treatments that are doing some amazing things for people, and I'm trying to get in to go to see them. Also, by having this, I have met some amazing people. There are people like me, and I'm not alone, which I really felt very alone when I was diagnosed in 2007, but I've had it my whole life, like I said. But I didn't know anybody that had it, and in having this, I've now met a community of awesome people through Facebook, and they had a conference, and it was amazing to meet them. And then there's some downsides, though. Like I said, I lost my job. I learned that some people are just really bullies in the adult world even, and it's overwhelming, and when you don't have the energy and strength to fight some things, it's hard to get justice sought. So I'm in the process of some things related to discrimination, basically, through the ADA, and it's rough. So what I want to do is to create a way for people to be advocated for, to have that information they need that I'm going through the process of learning right now, to have legal advice, help, advocacy, just knowing their rights, because in reading the laws I realized there's some things that I could have done more on my own, and then there's some things that they're just blatantly violating the law, so now I need that protection, and I'm not getting it so far. So I want to create an organization because I feel a need for people to have it's not being met by legal aid, or it's not being met by just a disability thing that's local. There's not enough information out there for me right now, and I'm trying to dig it up, or to have a network of information of which lawyers are good for that sort of thing, or whatever. There's just not that information, and the other half of it for me is to raise money for Emory, because right now part of what they diagnose with is by testing cerebral spinal fluid. I've got a drawing I will show you very quickly here, and hopefully it will show up. This handy dandy thing is something in your brain. It's called GABA receptors, each of those little bulb things. And what is going on with this condition that they're finding is the little GABAs are floating around, and it's not that you have more of them floating around, it's that the receptors are extra sensitive, so they cling to them, and then that creates this channel right here. It's backwards, so it's very hard to see. And that little channel going up and down there is where chloride comes through. So that's like when you're under anesthesia. Only you're not under anesthesia, your brain's just dysfunctional. And so Anyway, oh, this is getting long. I'm very sorry, and I don't know if you'll even watch it. But consequently, the medication that they use to wake somebody out of anesthesia that is not waking up naturally, or if they're overdosed on something like benzos, there's a medication they use to counteract that. It's working, that they're finding, but they don't even have enough freezer space to store these samples of cerebrospinal fluid, the CSF. And so I've been even though I'm unemployed and struggling and trying to figure things out, I've been raising money for Emory to be able to just get freezers or just these basic things for this research, because they've received 0 grant dollars, and the NIH has changed their funding structure as much as possible, and so now there's even less funding. And because there's not a celebrity with this condition, and there's not, somebody to people to recognize that's a celebrity, people aren't donating. So there's just no money. So I've been making loom bracelets, these here that have Z's because they're sleepy, and then just a ribbon, and selling them. And I'm just right now using a Google form, just a basic Google Docs form, and getting back with people, which if I had a whole bunch of sales, I would not be able to keep up with that. So what I'd like is to have a website and be able to create a nonprofit that would become my career, where I don't have people that can discriminate me, because I would be my own boss, which I never thought I would want to do that. But that's what I want to do now, because I want to help people, and it's a little self-serving. I would like this condition I have to be solved, but more importantly, I don't want people to be treated how I was treated, and it stinks. And so I met you at the Nashville Marathon at the meetup at Dave Ramsey's headquarters, and so so emotional. But anyway, I've been working hard to try to run and to be healthy, despite the fact that I'm tired all the time. That's what this condition does, is it makes you feel like you didn't get sleep, even though you've slept more than anybody you know. And so I want to use those kinds of things to have teams that raise money for this research and for this advocacy. And my dream is to help people protect themselves and learn and educate and not be victim basically to adult bullies in the workplace. Ironically enough, is the place that I worked at, what their purpose is it's horribly ironic, but I can't fix them and I can't change them, but what I can do is help other people, and that's what I want to do. So I know you're going to get a ton of messages, and I'm sure anybody you pick will be deserving, but if I could have that chance, I've been making some videos, and I have a little humor in some of them, so maybe if you want to check out one other one, the very first one I posted under this account is one that is fantastically awesome and sarcastic and funny. But so that's what I want to do, and if you're able to help me, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you if you get a chance to watch this, and thanks, Shay. Bye.